Number 4 is asking to rename the program class to sales transaction app. That's what we're going to do now. So in our program class, what I can do easily, I can just try to rename here the file just to keep it consistent with the class name. If I put sales transaction app there, make sure that there are no spaces, it shows me and it asks if I want to rename the class as well. So I'm going to agree with that. And as you can see, the name sales transaction app became the same as the class. So we just renamed the program. Now, it asks us to demonstrate the 3 constructors. So let's declare 3 objects, and each one will call a different constructor. So let's see this. So we have to declare 3. So here's the first one, sales transaction. I'm going to call it sales1 equals to new sales transaction. And I'm going to use the one that has 3 parameters. So let's say John, let's say 1,000 is the sales amount. And then the last one will be the commission, which I want to specify 10%. So I should send 10. So that's the first one. And then we're going to do this 2 more times for each one. So let's say that this is sales 2 and this is sales 3. And we have to use a different constructor here. The second one, I'm going to call this is Aaron, and the amount will be 1,200. And then we have the last one here, Ethan, and it's just 1 parameter. So here we have created 3 objects, each one with a different constructor. Now the question is also asking to display this message to the console. However, let's wait for exercise number 5 here, because we will be using the toString method to do this output. So let's jump to item number 5 here. Let's implement this toString method in the sales transaction class. Let's go back there. Let's go to sales transaction. And then let's say at the very end here, we say public string, and this is toString, no parameter here. And we should say something like this. Now, as you can see, it's showing an error because toString is a method that is available to all classes by default. So if you want to rewrite this method, you have to use the keyword override right after the visibility and right before the type. So this takes care of that. We just have to return a string here. So we're gonna write something like this, return, then let's see the message. The message says salesperson. Let's copy this to use as a reference, and let's return that. So let's use string interpolation here. Let's put the $sign. And here we're gonna have the name. And here we're gonna have the commission. So name, we're gonna just do name here, and then commission, you're gonna use commission. And then we're gonna format this as currency. And with this done, we can go back to our sales transaction, and now we should be able to output each one of those objects to the console. So let's say console.writeLine, and then we can say sales1 dot toString, and then we do this with each one of them. Sales3 as well. And let's check this out. Let's have a look. Okay, so here's what we have. Each one showing up the name and the commission amounts. Of course, the commission of the 2 last ones are all 0 because the commission rate is 0. But this is the output that is being expected. So let's close this. With that, we handled 4 and 5.